What happens when you take a man's family from him, grant him a sword and a will of steel? Let us look back at some of the epic moments. Tanjiro's first turning point was when Nezuko regained her sanity after being turned into a demon. During her initial transformation, Nezuko lashed out and attacked her brother Tanjiro. But during the struggle, she experienced an emotional catharsis and came to her senses. Afterwards, she accepted her situation, shrunk herself, and went along with Tanjiro's plan. Another amazing scene was when Nezuko decapitated a demon. During their search, they encountered an empty house and decided to investigate. As they got inside and started to look around, they found a hungry demon who jumped at Tanjiro and threatened to eat him alive. Out of nowhere, Nezuko came rushing to his aid. She ended up kicking the demon's head and detaching it in one go. Hey, do you remember the boulder challenge? In order for Tanjiro to progress and enter the competition, he was given the task to slice through a giant boulder. He tried as hard as he can to make a crack, all to no avail. His morale degraded and his hands blistered. Just as he was about to give up, two masters showed up to train him. They taught him several techniques and refined his skills. After months of grueling training, he was finally ready to prove himself. With a single slash, he had cut the boulder into two halves. I was shocked when Tanjiro awakened his sixth sense. During his fight with the lower-ranked demons, he was able to sense and see strings in the air, which led to an attack. Using the pathway that was laid out through the strings, he was able to strike with certainty. I knew Tanjiro was legit when he beheaded a higher-ranked demon for the first time. While walking through the forest, Tanjiro saw his biggest threat yet and decided to fight it alone. However, he was easily overpowered and beaten. He stood no chance against the demon, who was responsible for killing the two masters, which helped him cut the boulder. The memory of them gave him a sudden boost of confidence, and he got up with a vengeful look. He mustered his strength and delivered a fatal blow to the demon. Did anyone notice how Tanjiro's sword technique quickly evolved? After saving a woman from an underground demon, he had to defend her from the perpetrators, who submerged Tanjiro underwater in hopes of decreasing his mobility and ability to fight. Little did they know, Tanjiro used his water technique to slash them all into pieces. He later finished off the remaining opponent without mercy or hesitation. By far the most suspenseful scene was when Tanjiro met Muzan for the first time. Muzan is known as the King of the Demons. With a single slash, he is able to transform any ordinary human into a demon. Using his powers at 1%, he is able to destroy the inner cells and nerves. Tanjiro's courage was seen when he challenged Muzan to a battle in the middle of the street. What makes demons special is their regeneration. Demon Slayer has a unique power scaling among other animals. At base level, most demons are able to regenerate and heal themselves, making it even harder for the protagonists to win the fight. What were your thoughts when Tanjiro overcame the direction dictating demon? Two demons invaded the hut they were staying in and put up a decent fight. One of the demons was able to control directions in the form of telekinesis. The other was a stubborn, hard-headed foe. After studying his pattern, he was able to overcome his directional telekinesis and block them and cut through the demon's hardened skin. Am I the only one who is still amazed by Zenitsu's hidden power? During a raid, Zenitsu blacked out and was left defenseless. The demon took this as an opportunity to kill both Zenitsu and the bystander. Unbeknownst to the demon, Zenitsu's real power manifested in his unconscious state. In one swoop, he completely obliterated the demon. What about Tanjiro defeating Kyogai? Spectacular, right? Kyogai was a unique demon who had the ability to shift the dimension of the mansion by beating his drum. He gave Tanjiro a run for his money by repeatedly altering the format of the terrain and confusing him. Nevertheless, it wasn't long till Tanjiro learned his tactics and got the best of him. One of my favorite scenes, the Punch of Perdition. After his battle with Kyogai, Tanjiro left the house and saw Inosuke trying to kill Nezuko and beating Zenitsu, to which he responded aggressively. He didn't hesitate, punching the life out of Inosuke and breaking his ribs, a punch which left him rattled. Tanjiro versus Mother Spider Demon was an emotional scene for me. Mother Spider Demon was the mother of Rui, a lower moon demon. She possessed the ability to control creatures using her web. After a fierce battle, Tanjiro bestowed upon her a graceful death, seeing as how she was a fragile character at heart. Beware of Zenitsu's rampage. While facing a formidable opponent, Zenitsu lost consciousness mid-air. Amidst his fall, he initiated his power and ruptured into something terrifying. His speed was lethal and ended up burrowing the roofs and shooting into the sky like a star, a phenomenal sight. Do you remember Giyu? The water Hashira with a cool entrance, just as Inosuke was about to get devoured by a demon. Giyu showed up to save the day. Giyu is a generational talent and a valuable protector. Just when you thought he couldn't get any stronger, Tanjiro unlocks his burning potential. After killing his mother, Tanjiro went ahead and fought Rui, a powerful demon who had deadly webs capable of shredding human skin. After Nezuko shielded Tanjiro from his attack, he watched on as his life flashed before his eyes. It was then that Tanjiro activated his fire-breathing form. He burnt through Rui's defense and lit up the night sky. Unfortunately, it wasn't sufficient to kill Rui, and the water Hashira had to step in, permanently removing Rui from the map. It all became clear to Tanjiro when he saw the Hashira safe house. After waking up from his nap, Tanjiro met all the Hashira in one spot. He then ended up headbutting Sanemi, a wind Hashira who threatened to kill Nezuko. They were all perplexed by his actions and amazed by his bravery. An epic finale moment was when Muzan held his mysterious meeting. The king of the demons gathered his subordinates and began to interrogate and eliminate them one by one. His or her powers seemed limitless. Mind reading, gender changing, shape morphing, super speed, incredible strength, you name it. Muzan was the devil incarnate. What a way to reveal a Hashira's power other than Rengoku's show of strength. During a train ride with Tanjiro and the others, a demon had attacked, forcing Rengoku to use his flame form inside the train. His fire was able to blast the demon without causing civilian casualty. A scene that lives in my head rent-free is when a portal was opened into Tanjiro's soul. While everyone was unconscious, mercenaries entered Tanjiro's soul to assassinate him in his sleep. Upon entering Tanjiro's soul, the killer found it tranquil and serene, almost like a heavenly paradise. How would you rate Rengoku's fight with Akaza? Akaza is one of the high-ranking demons. He is top 3 when it comes to overall strength and ability. His regeneration and hardiness is his best quality. In terms of technique, on the other hand, Rengoku outclasses Akaza by a huge margin. His speed allows him to close the distance and leave no breathing space. They both gave it their all and went all out during the fight. Sadly, Akaza's regeneration gave him an advantage and he ended up killing Rengoku. Before he could escape, Tanjiro struck him with a piercing sword, leaving a bitter mark on his ego. Who were you rooting for when Tanjiro fought Daki? After receiving the blessing of Muzan, Daki controlled an entire district on her own. She is one of the upper rank, 6th spot to be exact. At first, Tanjiro tried his best, but his speed was too slow to catch her. He was fighting her alone since the Sound Hashira was underground, attempting to rescue his wives from another demon's clutch. In the meantime, Daki's power was devastating the district and killing innocent lives. This enraged Tanjiro, enabling him to burn Daki's belt. He was almost able to end her life until he collapsed. Nezuko had to step in and handle matters from there. I was personally impressed by Nezuko's growth. During her fight with Daki, Nezuko lost her arm and quickly grew it back instantly. This triggered the special demon power locked inside of her, allowing her to transform into a full-fledged demon. Her powers grew exponentially and she ended up toying with Daki. Even after being ripped into shreds by Daki's belt, Nezuko managing to hold her body together using her blood. Last but not least, Gyutaro versus Tengen, the Sound Hashira. Gyutaro is Daki's brother, an upper rank 5th spot. His clash with Tengen was on a whole other level. It was a fight between 2 evenly matched warriors. Gyutaro refused to go down and kept getting back up. Tengen's movements were precise and his timing was impeccable. Together with Tanjiro, they clashed with Gyutaro till the death. It was a fight worthy of legends.